Picture this. You're at a birthday party, a wedding, or maybe just dinner with friends. Someone smiles, holds out a glass, and asks, "Come on, just one." You smile back. "No thanks." For a second, the conversation pauses. Someone raises an eyebrow. Another person jokes that you're too disciplined. Then, everyone moves on. But later that night, you may find yourself wondering why saying no to alcohol often seems to surprise people so much. If moments like this have happened to you, this video isn't really about alcohol. It's about the kind of mind that often exists behind that simple decision. And you may recognize more of yourself than you expect. Maybe you've never liked drinking. Maybe you've tried it and simply didn't enjoy it. Maybe you stopped years ago, or maybe you've never felt the need to start. Whatever your reason, this isn't about proving that drinking is good or bad. People make different choices for different reasons. But psychologists have noticed that many people who naturally avoid alcohol often share certain personality patterns, not because they're better than anyone else, but because their brains sometimes prioritize different things. If that's you, some of these traits may feel surprisingly familiar. Before we begin, it's worth saying something that people don't hear very often. You don't need a dramatic reason to say no. You don't have to explain yourself. And you certainly don't need permission. Sometimes, a choice is simply your choice. That alone deserves respect. Now let's explore what that choice might quietly reveal. For many people, alcohol represents a temporary break from stress, awkwardness, or overthinking. That's completely understandable. Life gets heavy. But if you've never been interested in drinking, you may naturally lean towards staying mentally present instead of temporarily stepping away from uncomfortable feelings. Not because discomfort is enjoyable, because clarity simply feels safer. Imagine having a difficult week. Some people celebrate Friday night with drinks. You might go for a walk, watch a movie, read, exercise, or simply sleep early. Different coping style. Psychologists sometimes call this an internal preference for maintaining cognitive control. In simple words, your mind may prefer solving discomfort instead of numbing it. And that's a perfectly valid difference. Human beings are deeply social. We naturally copy people around us. It's one reason fashion trends spread. It's why laughter becomes contagious. And it's why people often drink simply because everyone else is. If you've consistently chosen not to, there's a chance you've become comfortable making decisions that don't always match the crowd. Not every time, just often enough. Imagine everyone at the table ordering the same drink. You quietly ask for water. No speech. No announcement. Just your own choice. Small moment. But moments like these build something important. The ability to tolerate standing slightly apart without feeling the need to explain yourself. That isn't stubbornness. It's quiet independence. Some people naturally focus on the present. Others automatically imagine tomorrow. Neither approach is always right. Both have strengths. But people who avoid alcohol often spend a little more time asking simple future questions. How will I feel tomorrow? Is this worth it? Will I enjoy this decision later? It's almost automatic. Before making many choices, not just drinking, they may mentally skip ahead, future first. Psychologists sometimes connect this with delayed gratification. Instead of asking, what feels good now? The brain quietly asks, what feels good overall? That small difference can influence many parts of life. Alcohol isn't always about alcohol. Often, it's about belonging, celebrating, relaxing, feeling included, which means saying no sometimes means choosing a different way to connect. You might stay for the conversation instead of the drinks. You may enjoy the music, laugh with friends, leave early, wake up refreshed. The connection mattered. The alcohol didn't. For many people, relationships are the goal. For you, the drink may simply feel optional. Our brains are constantly searching for rewards. Some people find excitement in parties. Others find it in learning something new, building something, traveling, gaming, cooking, creating, reading. The interesting part is that not everyone's brain assigns the same value to the same reward. If alcohol never appealed to you, it doesn't necessarily mean you have stronger willpower. It may simply mean your brain doesn't place much value on that particular experience. Instead, your satisfaction may come from entirely different places. And that's surprisingly common. Being different sounds easy. Living it isn't. Especially when everyone around you expects the same answer. People may ask questions, offer another drink, laugh a little, or assume you're missing out. Over time, saying no repeatedly can quietly strengthen something: self-trust. Not loud confidence, quiet confidence. The kind that says, I don't need everyone to understand my decision before I make it. That's a powerful habit that often extends far beyond alcohol. Many people drink because it helps them relax. That's understandable. Social situations can be uncomfortable. Meeting strangers is awkward. Public events feel exhausting. Alcohol can temporarily reduce those feelings, but if you've learned to enjoy life without relying on it, you may have slowly developed other ways to become comfortable. Conversation, humor, listening, walking away when you're tired, taking breaks. These strategies may not always feel exciting, but they're sustainable and they allow you to remain fully yourself. Sometimes, alcohol changes memories. Conversations become blurry. Details disappear. The night feels shorter. If you've always preferred experiencing moments exactly as they happen, that preference might show up in many areas of life. You may enjoy remembering conversations, driving home safely, waking up without regret, keeping full control of your decisions. Not because you're afraid, because being fully present simply feels more rewarding, and that's a meaningful preference. If you never drink alcohol, it doesn't automatically mean you're healthier, wiser, stronger, or more disciplined than everyone else. People choose differently, and every person's story is unique. But if several of these traits sounded familiar, your decision may reflect something deeper than simply saying no to a drink. It may reflect the way your mind naturally approaches comfort, independence, rewards, and relationships. That's not about being better. It's about being yourself. Sometimes, the quietest choices reveal the clearest parts of who we are. And if your choice has ever made you feel like the odd one out, remember this: different doesn't always mean unusual. Sometimes it simply means you've found a way of living that genuinely fits you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.